Morning students, welcome to the online video teaching from Sri Shankaracharya Vidyalaya. Hope this video will find you in your best of your health and high spirits. Hope you are all well. Today we are going to study, see the picture is given on this slide, that is the chapter 2 from the physical features of India, that is the name of the chapter from geography. Now what it contains, let us see. I have divided this whole chapter in three major divisions, that is the introduction, major physiographic divisions, and how these diverse physical features useful for India. Now under this major physiographic divisions, once again I have divided the Himalayan mountains, the northern plains, peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, and the islands. We will read gradually step by step whole of this course, this chapter in proper manner, that is in systematic way. In the introduction part, we are going to study India, that is India is a vast country with varied landforms. Now what is the meaning of landforms over here? Landforms means a natural feature of the earth's surface. What is the natural feature of the earth's surface? That is what we call the landforms. And next is what kind of terrain we live in, that is also important. If we say we live in plains, we are familiar with the vast stretches of plain land. In contrast, if we say we live in hilly region, that is the rugged terrain with the mountains and valleys are the common features. So if we say what is the meaning of terrain, we will say that is the land, type of land mentioned, that is it is whether it is steep, whether it is plain land, that is we are discussing about the dimensions over here. So here I have mentioned India is a vast country with varied landforms which has all major physical features of the earth, that is mountains, plains, desert, plateaus, islands. How these physical features formed? Now there are some theories behind the formation of the physical features. One such theory is the theory of plate tectonics. So plate of tectonics, that is, before that we will read something, that is we find different types of rocks. Some are hard, some are marble types, some are very soft like soapstone, which are in making of the talcum powder also. The color of the soils also varies from place to place. Now how this forms, how this soil is formed of the different types of rock, it always comes in the mind of the question, how this soils, these rocks are formed. Most of this variation are caused due to differences in rock formations. Now, India is a vast landmass formed during the different geological periods which has influenced her relief. So, besides the geological formations, a number of processes such as weathering, erosion, and deposition have created and modified the relief to its present form. It is said that art scientists have said that the formation of the physical features with the help of some theories, that is based on certain evidences. They said that these physical features today what we see is formed of a theory which they call as theory of plate tectonics. Just now I said, according to this theory, the crust, that is the upper part of the earth, has been formed out of 7 major and some minor plates. That is I mentioned over here, that is into 7 major and minor plates called tectonic plates. So the movement of these plates, result in the building of trusses within the plates and continental rocks above, leading to folding, faulting, and volcanic activity. We can see here. Here is the structure. The red borders shows the original one, and 1/8 plates has moved and they have formed the different structures what is it today. So how it is formed? Some plates, this was the original structure. Now some plates move away from each other and form the divergent boundary. In even two plates coming together, they form collide and crumble or may slide under one another. So they either, some plates come towards each other forming the convergent, some plates move away from one another and forming the divergent, and even two plates coming together they form either collide or crumble, or one may slide under the other. So these are the forms how this tectonic plates are formed. If you see this picture, we can see the movements are like this: Pacific plate, North American plate, African plate, South American plate. This whole thing is a plate culture, colored one. It is a solid massive. You can see Antarctic plate. Now they have moved through convergent, divergent, and other one, and they have formed the different structures what we have seen today. See, theory of tectonic major and minor plates, movements of this plate beat up stresses within the place, also the continental rocks above which the results in folding, faulting and volcanic activity. What I said just now explained. Now we will see at the plate. See, number one is the Pacific one, the North American plate, South American plate, African plate, Antarctic, then Indian, Australian plate, then small plates, Caribbean plates, Philippines plates. All this picture shows better one that I have shown earlier. These are the movements, solid one. Now we have three types of movement. One is transfer boundary, one is divergent boundary, and one is the convergent boundary. Convergent boundary is that when some plates come towards each other, they form the convergent. They may lead to either collide or crumble or may slide under one another. And if we say about, this is a picture, convergent one. They are coming, the arrows are coming towards each other. Okay. And the divergent, the arrows are going away from each other. And transform, this, it is the formation of the transforms. Better picture, convergent. See, the arrows are coming towards, divergent, towards, against, they are going away from each other, and this is the transfer boundary. That one is getting transformed. So, moment of the plates. We have divergent boundaries also. I said about the convergent just now. This one was the convergent one. Convergence coming towards each other and they may collide or crumble. Now we are coming with the divergent boundary. When some plates move away from each other, it forms the divergent boundary. So, and transfer boundary, when some plates move horizontally past each other and forms the transform boundary over here. So, the movements of the plates. The movements of the plates along with the processes such as weathering, erosion and deposition have changed the position and size of the continents over millions of years. Say millions of years has taken. It's not done in a single day, the movements of the plates. And also responsible for the evolution of present landform feature of India and the whole of the country, whole of this world, what is the features what we see today. The oldest landmass, that is peninsular part of India, was a part of Gondwana land. Now what is Gondwana land? We have seen the last line. Once again we are going to repeat. The oldest landmass, peninsular part of India, was a part of Gondwana land. So we should know about what is Gondwana land. There was a time when India, Australia, South Africa, South America, Antarctica and one single landmass. It was called as a Gondwana land. It was the southern part of the supercontinent Pangaea. Now northern part was known as Angara land. Let us see one picture over here. See this part. It is the Gondwana land. Later, due to this plate movements, this part is separated and India got separated from all this landmass, total landmass. See, this is the way how it got separated. This way. it was separated. The modern landmass was crossed from the breakup of the ancient supercontinent Gondwana land some 130 million years ago. So this was a solid one, and it is diverged. You can see the arrows going away. Okay, so it is going away and they are getting separated, and this each of them have a crack and they are making a separate continent over here. Next part is how formation of the Himalayas. So we have gotten concept about the theory of plate tectonics, then we have concept about the Gondwana land. If questions comes about what is Gondwana land, what is the plate of tectonic, you can easily write, and the diagram is a must. You can draw the diagrams of the convergent, divergent and the transform also. So formation of the Himalayas. The earth crust was divided into number of pieces by convectional currents. So we can say the India, that is Himalayas uplift out of the Tethys Sea and subsidized to the northern flank of the Peninsula Plateau resulted in the formation of the large basin. In due course of time, this depression gradually got filled with deposition of sediments by rivers flowing from the mountains in the north and Peninsula Plateau in the south. A flat land of extensive alluvial deposit led to the formation of the northern plains of India. And what happened to the formation of the Himalayas then? The conventional currents split the crust with a number of pieces, thus leading to the drifting of Indo-Australian plate and being separated from the Gondwana land towards north. The northward drift resulted in the collision of the plate with much of the larger Eurasian plate. Due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks which were accumulated in the geosyncline known as Tethys were folded to form the mountain system in the Western Asia and Himalaya. So they were called the folded mountain. Himalayas are also called the folded mountain because they got folded. This geosyncline was known as Tethys were folded and resulted in the formation of the mountain system in Western Asia and in Himalayas. It is called the Himalayan mountains. The uplift of the Himalaya and Tethys Sea, one is settling in the northern flank, one part is going high, then what will happen to the other part? That will go in depression, that is the depressed part that is forming the northern with an in due time gradually the basin got filled with the deposition of sediments by rivers flowing from the mountains in north and Peninsula Plateau in the south, which created a flat land of extensive alluvial deposits known as the northern plains of India. So one got upliftment, that is forming the fold mountains, and the other part, that is the depressed part, that is it is filled by the sediments of the rivers forming a northern plains of India. So geologically, the Peninsula Plateau constitutes one of the ancient landmasses on the earth's surface. It was supposed to be one of the most stable land blocks, and the Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. They are not too long period back that is formed. It was supposed to be one of the stable land blocks. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. From the viewpoint of geology, the Himalayan mountains form an unstable zone. The whole mountain system of Himalaya represents a very youthful topography with the high peaks, that is deep valleys, fast flowing rivers, and it is the northern plains that formed of alluvial deposits. The Peninsula Plateau is composed of the igneous and metamorphic rocks which gently rising the hills and wide valleys. This is all about the formation of the Himalayas and northern plains, about the theory of the tectonic plates, about the Gondwana land. So this is all about the first part of your video, that is about the formation and introduction. So in the next video we will be coming up with the major physiographic division. For that time, bye and have a good time.